Hey guys, what's up? It's Gustav Vasan coming to you with a very exciting message. As I'm sure all of you know, AhLog is getting ready to come out on November 11th, a codec by Gustav Vasan. As you know, me and my team have been working very hard on this codec, and I think it's perfect. It's getting ready to come out. As you all know, AhLog formats, they are meant to give you a whole lot of dynamic range and flat picture profile, very easily gradable, but with a very small bitrate file size compared to other raw formats like by Airy or Red or 4444, 422, and all those similar to those like 422 LT and 4444 HQ. But compared to those, AhLog formats are very small in terms of the file size. But anyway, what I want to do in this video is I want to show you guys the spec sheet of the upcoming AhLog. So let's get into that. Let me do my little sync snap. Alright, let's see if we got into this. I think my split screen thingy-mabob worked. So here we go. Let's open up my spreadsheet that I made. This is the first time this spec sheet is being revealed to the public. You are seeing it firsthand here on YouTube. You can also find the link to this spreadsheet in the description. So we'll also be taking a look at older versions of AhLog formats because, I mean, we're just going to be kind of doing like a history and what's coming. So as you all know, I created my first log format in late 2018. That was when my videos started getting better, right? And yeah, it was pretty good for the time, but it got quickly outdated. And the reason for that is, well, let's see. Yeah, it was introduced in late 2018, as I said. Latest version is 1.9.1. We usually end them on like even numbers like 1.9 or just like not 1.9.1, but there was actually a small fix that we had to make that just to make it to close off on a good ending. Anyways, the highest native resolution it could support was 1080p at 30 FPS. That is it's still very good, but it got quickly outdated and many customers just wanted 4K. Even though you don't need it, they just want 4K or just something a bit more into it, right? And yeah, it did not natively support widescreen because this was before T ratio 1:5 came out, which is basically my widescreen formats to like simplify it. T ratio 5 being the widest, and 1080p it's 1920 by 733 pixels, and etc. Anamorphic, no, I didn't really think of this back then. This was our first product, and okay, here we go. The raw file type of thing, the codec, was AhLog, of course, at 20 megabits per second, which is actually a smaller bitrate than some basic cameras offer, which is insane. Yeah, this was pretty groundbreaking. And oh, I forgot to mention, I am filming this video on AhLog, not pre-release, but this is a beta version, because it would be fitting making this video in AhLog to kind of like a teaser to what's to come. Anyway, so dynamic range, you could if you're 2 stops overexposed or underexposed, you could correct that. Yeah, after 2 stops over underexposed, it kind of falls apart. Anyway, right now, if you want to get this, the cost is either for 35,000 Siberian Joan or $200 US, or, well, if you want to get it for Canon cameras, because you see that's for Red and Airy. If you want to get it for cameras, Canon cinema lines, it's 15,000 Siberian Joan or $100. It's kind of outdated, so I wouldn't recommend you get that unless you like want to for some reason. So it all depends. Final Cut compatibility, yes. This was one of the main issues with it. We didn't support Premiere, which is kind of weird, mainly because I use Final Cut, but that was fixed in the next version. Creator Me, yeah. Release date, November 11th, 2018. So, what is that, almost 2 years ago? This was the logo. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of small. Alright, and then after about a year, we desperately needed to come out with a new one. It was very outdated, so we made kind of like a solution. Well, the solution. AhLog, the next version, came out in late 2019, so about a year later. Yeah, that was a really long time. I don't think many people were using Vlog in the last few months. 2.3 latest version. We didn't support it for that long. Because, well, we'll get to that in a sec as Glog came out. The highest native resolution was 1080p at 60 frames per second, or 50p Paul. I'm just saying, these are just saying the maximum. Since 60 is greater than 50, we'll just put that here. Widescreen, no. Anamorphic, no. AhLog, okay, the raw codec was a AhLog, of course. 40 megabytes per second, so twice as much. That is for 30 frames per second. And 60p, it's about like 80 megabits per second. You could correct 4 stops over or underexposed. That was a really good thing. Everyone loved that, okay? 50,000 Siberian Joan for the red and airy, $300 US. For Canon Cinema line, 35,000 Siberian Joan, or $200 US. And Final Cut and Adobe Premiere compatibility. This reminds me of like the first iPod. Creator me. Release date was November 30th, 2019. So, yeah, that was a that was a needed update. AhLog logo is right here. It looks kind of nice. All of them have a slightly different font. Or this was, if you want to, you could get this in Swedish krones if you're in Sweden. 2,600 or 1,700 for Canon Cinema line. It's actually a little bit cheaper than US dollars. Don't tell anyone, okay? That's a secret. Glog, or some people call it AhLog 2.0, released only like 3 months later in March of 2020. Not even that long ago. Glog is, again, still really good. Latest version 3.11. Yeah, we cared about this one, okay? And we care about all our log formats. Don't get me wrong. Again, highest native resolution, 1080p at 60 FPS. No 4K again. I know. I'm sorry for these people, but don't let that deceive you. It's a very beautiful image. Trust me. And this was when we introduced our T ratio system. So basically widescreen like standards. So yeah, T ratio 1 through 5, the usual suspects. Anamorphic digital, it's kind of weird, but it actually works fairly well. I might make a video about that. It's a whole nother thing. The bitrate is Glog, of course. Oh no, the bitrate is 100 megabits per second, and the codec is Glog, of course. I don't even have to say that at this point. That's like saying the iPhone is called the iPhone. Okay, yep, it was a lot higher bitrate, but still very low compared to airy and red formats. 7 stops of dynamic range. What I mean by that is you could correct 7 stops under or overexposed, which is very good. That's like a lot. Well, yeah. If I were to go 7 stops overexposed, it would be like, okay, that would be underexposed, but you get the idea. Anyway, so retails for 75,000 Siberian Joan, or $400 US. For Canon Cinema line, 50,000 Siberian Joan, or $300 US. Airy, 3,400 Swedish krones, or for Canon, 2,600. Okay, and Final Cut support, yes. Adobe Premiere support, yes. Creator was me, of course. These are all my products. Release date, January 31st, 2020. And, okay, this is the part you have all been waiting for. You probably skipped to this part of the video because this is what we came here for, right? AhLog. We already know about Glog, so why would we talk about that? Okay, this is what I'm really excited to show you guys. Coming out in late 2020. Latest version? We don't know. Like, why would I know the latest version? I'm not from the future. Yes, 4K at 30 FPS support. Finally. I know, it's long overdue. Widescreen, yes. T ratio 1 through 5. And speaking of widescreen, anamorphic, yes, natively, not digitally, so it's very good. Raw capability, AhLog, of course, is the codec, and up to 500 megabits per second. That's for 4K at 30 FPS. That's 500 megabits for 4K at 30 FPS. For 1080p, it's a little bit different. Just read the spec sheet. I'll leave it in the description below. That's not the point. You can correct, forget this, 14 stops under or overexposed. That is like groundbreaking. Most cameras can't do like 2 or 3 without getting blown out. And here we're offering 14 stops. That's something new. It's gonna retail for 95,000 Siberian Joan or $500 for area red. License cost for Canon Cinema Line 75,000 Siberian Joan or $400. Final Cut support, Adobe support, but we just added Avid support, so it's gonna support Avid now if you're using like Composer 7, I think it's called. Creator was me. It's coming out November 11th. Guys, get ready. This is a logo. This is my favorite logo by far. It looks very nice. Looks like element symbols, right? For Swedish Krones, it's gonna be 4,300 for Red and Airy, or 3,400 for Canon Cinema Line. Anyways, yes, you guys just listen to me read out that massive spec sheet. So hope you guys are excited. This is again our most refined log ever. It looks beautiful. I will show a little segment at the end of it compared to G-Log and compared to kind of a standard picture profile-esque without no raw format. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the release and event on November 11th. Yeah. Hope you guys like this video, subscribe, and be sure to purchase AhLog when it comes out. It's going to be very nice. I'm going to be filming all my videos in it. Alright, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.